Hello and welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Namrata Nagwekar. Chief Minister Pramod Sawant on Tuesday allocated portfolio to 3 ministers. Sudhin Dhavrikar has been given power, non-conventional energy and housing department. Nilkant Halankar was allocated the fisheries, factories and boilers, animal husbandry department, while Subhash Faldesai was allotted the social welfare, archives and archaeology, river navigation department.
Bringing you major breaking news now that Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant has allocated portfolios to the remaining 3 ministers who recently took their oath, that is Sudhin Dhavrikar, Nilkant Halankar and Subhash Faldesai. Well, in the new portfolio list, you can see that Sudhin Dhavrikar has been given in charge in the Ministry of Power, New Renewable Energy and Housing, while Nilkant Halankar has been given Fisheries, Factories and Boilers and Animal Husbandry, while Subhash Faldesai has been allotted the Ministry of Social Welfare, Archives and Archaeology and River Navigation.
High Court of Bombay at Goa has granted ad interim relief to the petitioner Goa Foundation and has stayed the road transportation from Pisurlem TC number 95/52. The HC has asked Goa government to explain how e-auction was held in this matter without a certain grade of ore, grants Goa government time of 1 week to file detailed affidavit, hearing adjourned for 20th April.
High Court of Bombay at Goa has granted ad interim relief to petitioner Goa Foundation and state ore transportation from Pisurlem. High Court has asked Goa government to explain how e-auction was held in this matter without a certain grade of ore. Court granted Goa government 1 week's time to file a detailed affidavit. Hearing adjourned for April 20th. The hearing has been adjourned till April 20th. Goa Foundation has also challenged the state cabinet decision to allow extraction and transportation of iron ore from dumps before the High Court of Bombay at Goa. The matter is listed for hearing on 7th April. Alvarez said that the case of illegal transport from Pisulle, where the villagers are protesting, is without a doubt a major scandal. Goa Foundation also accused the Directorate of Mines and Geology of the legal conduct of e-auction of ore lying in the dumps by categorizing them as tax. The NGO also alleged that ore transportation is not permitted from mine leases that were never put in operation or from which no extraction occurred.
Story by Clinton D'Souza for Herald TV.
Tense moments were witnessed at Khariwada, Vasco, after residents and activists intervened while a joint inspection was being carried out by Mamugoa Port Authority and Goa Coastal Zone Management Authority. Activists alleged that MPA and the government was convening with Adanis to destroy the people's house to store coal. Activists said the survey of houses was being conducted without consulting or informing the people. As per the Coastal Zone Management Plan, the village is already designated as a fishing village.
Tense moments were witnessed at Khariwada, Vasco. Residents and activists intervened while Mormugao Port Authority and Coastal Zone Management Authority conducted joint inspection of houses. Activists alleged that the MPA and the government was conniving with Adanis to destroy houses to store coal.
This fear is there that ultimate goal of MPT, which is turned into MPA and the government, sagle medulle asa, they are being controlled by Adani, crony capitalist. In Gora Modpak, so that final goal tancho is to use it for storing coal or transportation of coal. So naturally, तुमका याद असतली 2016 हांगा ड्रेजिंग अंडरटेक केल्या लोकांक सांगनासतना. Once you take dredging, the sand went off, सगळीं घरां व्हांवून वचपाची. And these fishermen rushed to NGT at Pune and they brought a stay. And then afterwards MPT was fined. So itle zala astana, you are defying. MPT is defying and MPT will not go ahead till there is political तांचे तकले राहत आसा. तो आमकां सगळ्यांक खबर आसा. आयज आमी वालोर दिता हांगासरलो लोकल जो कावन्सिलर आसा Moti Bab, to ailo. He was also there in the awareness program. He also came and he questioned them. He's got the legal status as a people's representative. So today people are aware. And एक याद दिवंक सोदता that in November 2019 तुम्ही आशिल्ले तेन्ना कोस्टल झोन मॅनेजमेंट प्लॅन ड्राफ्ट आशिल्लो तो एप्रूव जाल्लो in the municipality. All the 25 councillors had unanimously voted and passed and declared this as a fishing village. Zala, why are they now coming again and again to create problems? Because the CRZ notification ade कायदे आसा ते fishing village आणि dwellings protect करपाक. तुम्ही मोडपाक कित्याक येता? Through the back door.
नाही आमची तीन घरा लागले की मीटिंग घालले जे पुणेकर असोसिएशन आम्ही आज मीटिंग घेतली आणि आम्ही तिथे मीटिंग घालले आणि आमचे किस्तोर बाबा तिंगा सोडो और बाकी येयलो सॉफ्ट ड्रिंक करपाक पयले गाडी घेवन कोण इन्स्पेक्शन येता घरा इन्स्पेक्शन करपाक म्हणजे सांग कांय खबरच ना आणि कोणा सांगूंक ना ताणें इन्स्पेक्शन येता म्हणून एटलीस्ट लोकांक पळोवपा तर जाय नोटीस येवपा जाय कितें तर इन्स्पेक्शन करता म्हाका सांगपा जाय एटलीस्ट वाड्यार कॉन्सिलरा पण सांगूं जाय कांय खबर ना आमी कांय सांगू ना तेंच्यांनी अरे वाड्यार कॉन्सिलर आहा ताका तर एटलीस्ट कोण जाय म्युनिसिपल कोण बाबा इन्स्पेक्शन येता लास्ट टायम अशें केलें ताणें इन्स्पेक्शन येयलें आपण जाय तशी घरां मेजलें आनी गेलें आनी ताका लागून ती घरां मोडून पावलें तेंच्या हेंचेरूच नाय घरांची येता ना थोडे
फुडें तुमी अलाव करता तांकां
ते अलाव करपा ना कशें अलाव करतले आमकां परमिशन घेवपा जाय आमी परमिशन दिल्यार तांच्यांनी करपा पडटलें तेंच्यांनी आपण जाय तशें जबरदस्ती येवन करूंक जायना कित्याक आमी वाड्या वयले लोक आहा हिंगा वाड्या लोक रावता आमी सगळे वाड्या वयले हिंगाच जालोले हिंगाच रावता आमी कितले वर्सां जालें आयज तांकां जावन येवन जाय तशें सिलेक्शन करून कशें करून दितलो आमी दिवपा नाय
Please give it in writing to your authority so that authority can also take a view on that.
No, we will give in writing. Suppose you give something in writing to us, some inspection is to be carried. We are not even aware.
See, what I have to say, no, this is inspection that they agree, ask the authority to conduct. Inspection does not necessarily mean that permission is granted.
This is one step towards that.
Of course it is, but there is we have to do a due diligence. First we will see whether it is feasible or not. What is an authority's job is to basically go and check whether it is ecologically, socially, economically feasible.
Fully agree. I fully agree. That is a criteria laid down.
Assessment.
Story by Kiran Borkar for Herald TV.
The Armchair Mauling Group and others have criticized the state government for issuing summons to 4 Goyan Kolsonaka members for participating in the protest that was held in November 2020 in Chandor against the doubling of the railway track and 3 linear projects.
4 Goyan Kolso Naka members Abhijit Prabhudesai, Vikas Bhagat, Diana Tavares and Freddy Travaso have been summoned by the court on April 16th. GKN members received summons because of their protests against the expansion of railway double tracking project and 3 linear projects in 2020. Activist Vikas Bhagat said the fight to save Goa will continue and people will not be silenced.
ट्रिलिनर प्रोजेक्टा खातीर आंदोलन करतले म्हणजे गोंया भितर साबार आंदोलनांनी आमी सक्रीयपणान वांटेकार जालात मागीर ते गोंयांत कोळसो नाका आंदोलन आसत रेनबो वॉरियराचे आसत गोंयचो एकवट आसत गोंयचो आवाज आसत किंवा गोंयकार एक पावल एकचाराचे अशे वेगवेगळे संघटना एकठांय येवन आमी गोंयभर एक निसर्ग सांबाळपाचें आमी आंदोलन करताले ताचोच परिणाम म्हणून पयर आमकां एक समन्स आयलें तातूंत भितर अभिजीत प्रभुदेसाय डायना हांव आनी फ्रेडी आमकां 4 जाणांक समन्स काडला आनी 16 तारखेक आमकां कोर्टाक हजर रावपाचो आदेश आयिल्लो आसा आमी रावतले आनी आमी कोर्टाक वतले आनी आमी ही लढाई लडटले शेवटाक आमी इतल्याच तुमकां लोकांक सांगपाक सोदतात आमी कोणा खातीर झगडटात आमी गोंयचे पासत झगडटात गोंयकाराचें हित राखपा खातीर झगडटात गोंयचो निसर्ग सांबाळपा खातीर झगडटात गोंयचें जें सैम जे आमकां देवान दिल्लें आसा तें राखपा खातीर झगडटात आनी कदाचित सरकाराक दिसता की हेंचेर केसी घालून आनी हांकां नाहक त्रास करून आंदोलन करपी एक्टिविस्टांक त्रास करून जर तांकां दिसता की गोंयचो प्रश्न सुट्टलो म्हणून जाल्यार तें शक्य ना कितले लोकांक भितर उडयतले त्या दीस हजारांनी लोक आसले पूण फक्त थोड्याशा लोकांक मोजक्याच लोकांक चूज करप आनी तांचेर केसी घालप आनी कितलेशा वर्सांची फाटली ही गजाल की तुमी असो प्रयत्न करपाचो जर करतात आनी तुमकां दिसता असो आमी आमचेर दडपण आयिल्लें जाल्यार आमचो आवाज दाबपाचो प्रयत्न करतले जाल्यार तुमी एका भ्रम्मासात तुमी विचार करात सरकारान तुमी अशें जर आमचे एक्टिविस्टांक त्रास करप हजारांनी एक्टिविस्ट गोंया भितर तयार जातले तुमी सैम काबार करपाक उठलात आमच्या फुडल्या पिळगे खातीर आमच्या जे माणकुलें गोंय काबार करून तुमी फुडल्या पिळगेक कितें दिवपाक सोदतात म्हणून हांव तुमच्या सगळ्या कडेन मागतां आयज आमचेर केल्ले आसा फाल्यां आनी कोणाचेर करतले आनी सरकाराक आमी शिटकावणी दितात जितल्या नेटान तुमी आमकां दाबतले तितल्याच नेटान तितल्याच ताकदीन तितल्याच फोर्सान आमी वयर सरतले आनी गोंयची नाशाडी करपाक तुमकां आमी दिवचे नात हाची शिटकावणी आमी तुमकां दितात.
Clinton D'Souza for Herald TV.
Panjim JMFC court grants bail to Congress leader Dharmesh Saglani over personal bail bond of Rs 50,000 and 2 sureties of like amount. Advocate Carlos Ferreira, advocate for accused Dharmesh Saglani, has labelled the letter's arrest as illegal. What is the basis for the arrest? He asked reporters and refused to make any further statement, saying the matter is in the hands of the judge.
Advocate Carlos Ferreira says Dharmesh Saglani's arrest is illegal. Dharmesh Saglani was arrested by state police on Monday evening in an extortion case. He was also accused of having abused and threatened a businessman.
The operative part is that he is released on bail, and to the satisfaction of the IO, he has to give a personal bond and 2 sureties of the like amount. And 50,000 rupees sureties, 2 sureties of 50,000 and personal bond of 50,000.
If any conditions?
Normal conditions that are there in any bail application, those conditions will be applicable to him.
How many days he has to attend?
There is no specification as such, as and when required by the IO, and we have always cooperated. It's not that we have not cooperated.
Just to appear some 5 days.
Okay.
Just to appear for 5 days.
10 days.
10
days, as and when required.
So how is case seen on this?
See, the court has appreciated our case, and the police also will get a chance to do whatever they have to do. Ultimately, the righteous will prevail. That's all. That is the matter. Satyamev Jayate, let's see how.
Thank you.
Justice has prevailed. I trust in law. I trust in judiciary. I had cooperated with the police before. I will cooperate in future. Let the people know the truth. People already know the truth. I don't have to pronounce it or I have to say it. साखळीकारांक सगळ्यांक खबर आसा आनी गोंयकारांक सगळ्यांक खबर आसा.
पण तुझ्या ना पण एक्स्ट्रॉशनाचे तुजेर केस जातले.
नो कमेंट्स. तुम्ही सगळे जाणा सांगपाची गरज ना.
पॉलिटिकल मोटिवेट आहा दिसता तुमकां सर.
सांगपाची गरजूच ना तुमकां.
को एक्यूज्ड आर नोन टू यू और नॉट?
I don't want to comment any more further because I've already told you that justice has prevailed. Truth will come out. Matter is sub judice. The truth will come out. I'm ready to cooperate with the law. That's what I've assured to the court as well as to the police. Thank you very much.
Clinton D'Souza for Herald TV.
Salt farmers from Agarwada have raised concern over the future of salt farming. The state is that with no scheme, subsidy or assistance from Goa government, the future generation are not ready to take up salt farming.
Salt farmers from Agarwada raised concern over the future of salt farming in Goa. Farmers said that with no scheme, subsidy or any assistance from the Goa government, the future generation won't be ready to take up salt farming.
ते जानेवारीन हांव मीठ काडटलो ह्या वर्सा अजून एप्रील गेलो तरी तशें बरे पद्दतीन मीठ मेळना आमकां. ह्या वर्सा उत्पन्न खूपच कमी जातलें म्हाका अशें दिसता.
सरकार बी कितें हेल्प करता?
ना सरकारची तशी काय आमकां व्हडलीशी हेल्प ना. हालींच्या वर्सांनी वॉटर पंप बी दिता हांगा आनी आटोवपाक तशी व्हडलीशी हेल्प ना. ते सुद्दां मिनिस्टरां कडेन पयलीं वयचें लागता 2-3 फावटी. तेच्या उपरांत मागीर दिता वॉटर पंप.
कितली वर्सां जाली तुमकां असो प्रॉब्लेम जाता ह्यो? सीजन तुमचो सारको ना?
ना सीजन सारको ना म्हणजे आतां पोरू सुनामी जाले तेन्ना बऱ्यापैकी व्हडलो धपको बसलो आमकां. हांगा मीठ काडलेले सुद्दां गेले आमचे राशीचे राशी गेले अशें. ते उदीक अचानकूच वाडले न्हू ते तेका लागून ते हांगा काडलेले आदी गेलो मात.
तुमकां गव्हर्मेंटाची स्कीम बीन कितें आसा?
ना ना गव्हर्मेंटाची अशी स्कीम अशी कितेंच नाही का कांयच ना.
बडीचे असलेले जाल्यार बरें पडटलें तुमकां अशें दिसता?
असलेले जाल्यार मातशे एक फुडली पिळगी तरी मातशे हेचेर लक्ष दितली आसली अशें म्हाका दिसता. पूण आतां सगळ्यांनी तशें फुडली पिळगी आहा ती हेचे कडेन दुर्लक्ष करीत वयता.
गव्हर्मेंटाची काय हेल्प ना म्हणून फुडले जनरेशन हेचेर काय लक्ष दिवंक सोदिना म्हणजे तांकां दिसता हितून बिझनेस ना कसो
ना को. आनी ह्यो सीजन दी बिझनेस को 3 महिन्याचो कसो धंदो आता ते हेचे तेंचे चिताप के लायफाचे आता फुडें आमी खंय तरी फॅक्टरीन खंय तरी केले जाल्यार सदांच मेळटलें न्हू काम.
प्रॉब्लेम फेस म्हणजे कितें जाणा हांगा आतां असो जर पावस जर अपघाती लागलो न्हू जाल्यार आमकां हांगासर कांयच ना खर्च सुद्दां आमचो म्हणजे आमचे कितें जे आमी काम करतना तेजे सुद्दां आमकां कांयच आमकां मेळपाचें ना अशें म्हणजे खर्चाक सुद्दां कांय ना आमकां च्या घेतलो जाल्यार आमकां हें ना अशें आहा आमचें तुका आमी कितें करता पेज जेयता आनी आपले कामाक येता आनी वयता घरा कडेन जेवण आहा आमकां मेळटा आनी आमी आपलें काम करता आनी वयता आपलें तिनसानां मागीर आनी जर अपघातीत जर पावस पडलो जाल्यार आमी बेश्टे तळमळटा आमकां कांयच ना हेंच ना
गव्हर्मेंट कितें हेल्प
गव्हर्मेंट आमकां कितेंच करिना हेल्प आतां कितलीं वर्सां जालीं आमी आतां 50 वर्सां जालीं आतां हांव आगार काडटा आमी जाल्यार गव्हर्मेंटाची हेल्प करतली ती घेवकच ना
तुमकां सबसिडी बी कांयच दिना
सबसिडी ना कांयच ना
आनी लुकसाण जाता तें
लुकसाण जाता ते सुद्दां ना आमकां ओगी बसंक जाय घरा कडेन अशें
This is Ashmita Polji for Herald TV.
A house was looted in a fire at the Tawadi Mapsa in the wee hours of Tuesday morning. Musician Chandrakant Alanwar and his family residing in the house were luckily unharmed. However, cash was burnt, gold melted and electronic goods and household items were damaged, causing a huge loss of nearly rupees 10 lakhs.
A house was gutted by fire at Tattawadi, Mapsa, Goa. Musician Chandrakant Alanwar and his family got out unharmed. Cash, gold and electronic items were damaged worth rupees 10 lakh. A short circuit is presumed to have caused the fire.
0040 कॉल आयले की घरा उजो पेटला म्हणून दत्तवाडी म्हापसा बिहायंड भाग्योदय हॉस्पिटल आमी इमिडिएटली टर्न आउट केलो आनी थिंगा वयता जाल्यार नेरो रोड आनी थिंगा घराक उजो पेट्टालो कंप्लीट सो आमी दुसरो टर्न आउटाक पयलो म्हापसा फायर स्टेशन दुसरी गाडी आनी एक आपयली पोरवोरची आनी ती पावना म्हणून आमी पणजे हेडक्वॉर्टराची आपयली आनी हांव अख्खो घराचो उजो आमी पालयलो आनी भितर 2 सिलिंडर पेट्टाले ते आमी एक्सटिंग्विश करपाक उदक मारून ते कूल करून आमी समावन भायर हाडले
कोणाक इंजर्ड
बिंजर्ड कोण ना
तो सांगता की पयशे असले भांगर असले
पयशे आमकां मेळोंक ना भांगार मेळ्ळे ते पूण मेळ जाल्ले तेंचे हँडेड ओवर तो ओनराचे हँडेड ओवर केले विथ तेंचे मनशां तेंचो ओनर घराचो ओनर आसलो तेच्या कडेन दिले
कितके तो म्हणटा की 10 लाखाचें नुकसान जालें कॅमेरा असले म्हणटा आनी कितें
जातले एप्रोक्सिमेट 10 लाख जातले अशें दिसता म्हाका
राती आमच्या हांगा घराक उजो लागलेलो आहा 12:30 सुमार असो पेटला तो उजो पूण कसो कितें पेटलो ते वयर शॉर्ट सर्कीट जालें अशें कारणाक अशें दिसता आमकां तरी ह्या कारणाक लागून उजो पेटलो तो पेटलो भरपूर आमी मागीर ते फायर ब्रिगेडीक फोन केलो ते येयले बेगीन ती येता म्हणसर ते अख्ख्या रुमाक सगळो उजो पेटलो भरपूर उजो लागलो तो तरी तेंचे बाबडे येवन बाबडे ती गाडी ती व्हडली न्हू हेवटेन वाटूय मातशी कमी आहा त्या कारणाक ते अशें एडजस्ट करून मागीर तेंचे पायप हाडले ते मागीर सगळं भरपूर मेहनत केली तेंच्यांनी सुद्दां खूब मेहनत केली तेंचे आभार मानता पण तरी तेंच्यांनी बाबड्यान धडपड करून जिवा खेळून सुद्दां तेंच्यांनी ते उजो पालयलो आमकां इतले जवळ जवळ जातले आमकां लुकसाण कितें आमचे भांगर आसले पयशे आसले न्ही कबाड आख्खे सगळे काबार जाला आनी टीव्ही 2 फ्रीज 2 टीव्ही गेले आमच्यो साऊंड सिस्टम बी आसले सगळे भांडी बी सगळे आमचे वॉशिंग मशीन हे भांडीचे पळय कशे हाल जाला पळय सगळे मेल्ट जावन गेल्या
अदमास कितलो लुकसाण
म्हाका तरी दिसता जवळ जवळ एक 10 लाखाच्या भितर आसपास आहा ते आनी अशें जाता आमचें कित्याक घर सुद्दां अख्खें पडलेलें आहा
जी लक्ष्मणाच्या घराक उजो लागलो चंद्रकांताच्या घराक हो चंद्रकांत म्हणटा तो एक म्युझिशियन आनी ट्युरिस्टान काम करता बारीक तो आपल्या ते म्युझिशियनाचें काम करून आपलें पोट भरता आपल्या फॅमिलीक भरता म्हाका दिसता जास्तीत जास्त तेजें तें सावंड सिस्टम हे सगळे हांगाच आसले आनी ते तुमी पयले आतां तेजे सगळे कंप्युटर लॅपटॉप सगळे जळोवन राख जाल्लेले आसा म्हणजे गरिबांसून वयर सरलेलो हो भुरगो तसो मेहनत करपी सगळ्यांक पावपी असो आज तेजेरूच तेका असो इतको देवान तेजेर हे घातला म्हाका दिसता हो विशय आमी आतां MLA आतां येवचो आसा MLAनूय सांगला की CM फंडांतून तेका जाता तितली आमी मदत करुया आनी शक्यतो म्हणजे हे आमी ताका परत हे करूंक शकनात पूण खंय तरी ताका आमी सरकारा तर्फे ताका बरी मदत करतले आनी आमी सगळे वाड्या वयले दत्तावडी एक जाण आमचो कावन्सिलर आसा परेश कडजेकार ताका घेवन आमी हे प्रोसिजर जाता ताका हेल्प करतली.
Prakash Kadekar for Herald TV.
The Congress has decided to focus on 67% anti-BJP vote and how to capitalize on it. Economic distress and will draw up a roadmap to go forward. Holding its very first meeting after the reconstitution of the new Goa Pradesh Congress Committee, Congress focused on reviving its booth-level organization ahead of its June-August 2022 elections. With the young leadership in place, the party will endeavour to focus on the problem of youth, joblessness, price rises, economic distress, and the party said. Congress will also focus on the village panchayat and the Lok Sabha elections, party men told media.
Congress has decided to focus on the 67% anti-BJP vote, economic distress, and a roadmap. Party will endeavour to focus on problems of youth, joblessness, and price rise. Congress will also focus on the village panchayat and the Lok Sabha elections.
Basically, we have decided to create a roadmap how to go forward. Today was our first meeting, and all our main frontal organization and our senior leaders were there. CLP leader was there. We have discussed several things, particularly with South Goa as well. Those are strategies which we have discussed internally. But definitely the focus will be on the 67%. 67% for anti-BJP sentiment आला. तो 67% को आम्ही capitalize करपाक आमकां म्हाका दिसता 22% पण एवितार आलाय partner we got 25%. So we failed in that manner. So we will definitely look into going to the people, connecting back again to the youth, connecting back to the grassroots, because the real issue of unemployment and several other inflation and all these things, I think the BJP somewhere is diverting this.
We will take up issues of the people, of the youth. Today, there is joblessness, there is price rise, there is a lot of economic distress, and the government is actually, both central government and the state government have failed in addressing these issues. So they are trying to divert these issues into other communal issues. But the real issues of the people is joblessness, economic growth, and price rise. So how to tackle these issues, how to go to the people. So these are all the things that were discussed today. And how to strengthen the Congress. Congress is the principal opposition. Now we have to make the opposition party function extremely well in Goa, to fight for the people of Goa, and to be the voice of the Goan people in the assembly and outside the assembly.
Our support and guidance will be there for them to go to the grassroots level people, to revive the booths, to make new booths, to see that the blocks are reconstituted, new blocks are made wherever there are no blocks, and all the booths which are there in that particular block should be in place.
William Rodriguez for Herald TV.
EDC chairperson Sadanand Tanawade handed over a cheque worth rupees 12 crore 80 lakh 37,400 to the Chief Minister in the capital. The cheque was given to the government of Goa toward the interest payment on land acquisition money. In the next 15 days, the EDC will also hand over the dividend cheque of 84 lakh, said EDC chairperson Sadanand Tanawade. CM Pramod Sawant praised the EDC team for their work and urged other department to follow in the footsteps of EDC in being self-sustained by having a competent chairman and MD.
EDC chairman Sadanand Tanawade handed over a cheque worth rupees 12 crore 80 lakhs 37,400. The cheque was handed to the government towards the interest payment on land acquisition money. EDC will also hand over the dividend cheque of rupees 84 lakhs in 15 days. The Chief Minister urged other departments in Goa to be self-sustained like the EDC.
आज आम्ही EDCच्या BDC मार्फत इंटरेस्ट ऑन त्यांचे जे आमच्याकडे लँड एक्विजिशन पैसे असतात सरकाराचे त्याचे 12 कोटी 80 लाख याच आम्ही मुख्यमंत्र्याकडे दिले असतात आणि डिव्हिडंड जो आसा तो 84 लॅक्स डिव्हिडंड होय आणि एक 15 दिवसा भितर आम्ही ते दिवपाचे असतात आणि त्यामुळे सरकाराक एकूण वर्साक आम्ही EDCच्या हातूंतल्यान एक 13 ते 15 करोड इतले आम्ही दितात आणि एक अशें कॉर्पोरेशन आसा की जे कॉर्पोरेशन सरकारा कडल्यान पैसे न घेता उलट एवरी इयर सरकाराक कंट्रीब्यूट करता.
So EDC has been profitable.
Yes, last year EDC चे प्रॉफिट 73 करोड जाल्ले. ह्या वर्सा by 31st it will be around 51 to 52 crore.
Same your comment.
I congratulating EDC chairman Mr. Sadanand Shet Tanavade and the entire team of EDC for doing the excellent work. ज्या पद्धतीत ते काम करता आपल्या कॉर्पोरेशनाचे दुसऱ्याय कॉर्पोरेशनांनी तांच्याकडल्यान देख घेसारखी आसा की कॉर्पोरेशन सेल्फ सस्टेन आसपाची गरज आसा. ते आमकां डिविडंड जो आसा तो 12 कोटी 80 लाख रुपया आमकां इंट्रस्ट दिता जे आमचे पयशे ताज्या भायर 86 lakhs रुपीज ते आमकां डिविडंडूय पे करतले विथ तेंचे सगळे ते सेल्फ सस्टेन आसा. त्या खातीर परत एकदा EDCच्या एंटायर टिमीचे हांव खूब खूब अभिनंदन करता. आणि EDC कॉर्पोरेशन ज्या पद्दतीन नॉट ओन्ली म्हणजे आपल्या कॉर्पोरेशनाचें काम करता त्या बरोबर गव्हर्मेंटाच्यो वेगवेगळ्यो CMRY वेगवेगळ्यो स्किमी राबयता. आमच्या हे फावटी तर आमची अपेक्षा तेंच्या कडल्यान आनीक वाडल्या. आमी जेका म्हणटात की फक्त ते मुख्यमंत्री रोजगार योजना दिताले हे फावटी ते हँड होल्डिंग करतले. गांवांतल्यान वचून सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट कशा पद्दतीन सुरू जावपाक शकता हाज्या खातीर ते वेगवेगळे प्रोग्राम ऑर्गनायज करपाचे आसा. तांच्या पुराय टिमीचे परत एकदा खूब खूब अभिनंदन.
William Rodrigues for Herald TV.
A truck heading to INS Mandavi rammed into Saraswati Temple in Veram in the wee hours of Tuesday. It is alleged that driver lost control due to failure of brakes and rammed into the temple, estimating a total loss of nearly 6 lakhs. The truck driver and passenger were arrested. However, locals say the driver and his passenger were not intoxicated. The temple authorities have requested the truck owners to rebuild the damaged portion of the temple.
A truck heading to INS Mandavi rammed into Saraswati Temple, Vere at 1:45 a.m. It is alleged that the driver lost control due to failure of brakes. The temple suffered a loss of nearly rupees 6 lakhs.
माझे नाव दीपक दाभोलकर. हांव ह्या देवस्थानात सरस्वती मंदिराचो प्रेसिडेंट.
खंय
हे वेरे रेशमागूस.
हां नेमकें जाला कितें आतां सांग.
जाला कितें राती 2:45 सुमार एक हो इन्सिडंट घडला की हो ट्रक नवीन वयतालो सिमेंट घेवन आणि तो सांगता ब्रेक फेल जाला म्हणून आणि तो डायरेक्ट येवन एक स्कुटरीक आणि एका काराक तेणी धक्को दिला आणि तो डायरेक्ट आमच्या देवस्थानाच्या हितून येवन भितर सरला तो आणि आमचे कमीत कमी एक 500 लाख हे लुकसाण जालां आमकां. आमी तेंकां ओनराक सांगलां फक्त आमची हे बांदून दी तूं आमकां इतके पुरो आनी कांय नाका आमकां सांगलां तेका.
कितल्यांक घडली ही घटना.
2:45 राती घडल्या.
ब्रेक फेल जाला तेणे.
तो सांगता ब्रेक फेल जाला आतां काडटकूच कळटलें आणि तो तेणी हांगर मारूंक नासल्यो जाल्यार ह्यो गाडयो सगल्यो गेल्ल्यो.
हो ट्रक खंयच्या कारणाक लागून हांगर पावलेलो.
हो सिमेंट घेवन येता नेवीन येयला. ओके. तो खंयचे कंपनीचो तो आनी कितें तो म्हाका कांय खबर ना. तेंकां ड्रायव्हरान आनी तेजे कंडक्टराक पोल्युशन गेल्या तेंच्या.
ओके. ते कितें हेजेर हाडले
बीन कांय ना नॉर्मल आसलें.
आतां तुमच्या हिसपान हांगा कितके लुकसाण जाला.
कमीत 6-7 लाख लुकसाण जाला.
मी मागणी केल्या.
हय आमी मागणी केल्या आणि तेंच्यांनी सांगलां बांदून दिता म्हणून आतां सांगलां. तेंच्यांनी काय लेखी काय बरोवन दिवंक ना. ते चालू आहा सध्या. तेजो एडवोकेट बीन येयला.
Prakash Karekar for Herald TV.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alert, please follow us on Herald on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.